Well, Marvel had a pretty good streak going there. All good movies starring with Men in Black until Spider-Man. Sadly, their next dud would be the sequel to their first success. 5 years after K, Tommy Lee Jones retired, J, Will Smith, has gone through a series of partners and hasn't found one that fits him. Then an evil alien, Lara Flynn Boyle, comes to Earth looking for a secret light. The only person who knows where to find this light is the retired K. J brings K back into the fold, and together they have to save the planet. Let's start with the good, because that's much quicker to get out. The prologue to the movie is told in a fun way, under the guise of being an old show that recreates supposed events, like Unsolved Mysteries with a more sci-fi edge and an even smaller budget. I also like how J has become the best agent in the Men in Black.
I gave the order, my best agent carried it out. It's as if I gave the order to you.
Showing us how right K was to pick him in the original movie. He showed a lot of promise there, and it's nice to see that promise happen. I also like the core plot. It works as a believable excuse to bring K back and make the Men in Black relevant again. Now onto the bad, which is pretty much the whole rest of the movie. First thing that stuck out was how bad the effects are here. I feel like a broken record always commenting on the bad computer effects, but here there's a complete overuse of very shitty computer effects. There's a shot of Will Smith riding a giant worm that is some of the worst blue screen in a big budget movie possibly ever. And while the plot is acceptable, the writing is not. Jay starts out as the best of the Men in Black, but once K is back in form, Jay suddenly becomes a complete idiot.
You're slowing me down, Slick. Whatever we're looking for is in these cabinets right here. Anchovy fillets and virgin olive oil.
And if I were the Men in Black, I would be incredibly embarrassed by how easily they are taken over by the evil tentacle alien Serlina. She just opens her top, lets the poorly rendered tentacles out, and it's the end of story for the Men in Black. And apparently at this point, every member of this super secret organization that has operated for years with no one's knowledge is a complete moron, except for K. There are some good ideas here, and there was a 5-year break between movies, so they had plenty of time to figure out how to do a proper sequel. But instead, they just cranked out this dog turd. I find it interesting that the original Men in Black credits Lowell Cunningham for creating the Marvel comic, while this one credits him with creating the Malibu comic. It's like Marvel wanted to distance itself from this suckfest. Men in Black 2 is easily one of the worst Marvel movies.
Hey, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And if you really love this video, consider visiting my Patreon page.